Hello children and welcome to today's session. I hope all of you are doing very well. So all of us eat, sleep, walk. We do different kind of activities during the day. Sometimes we feel cold, sometimes we feel very hot. And for all these things we have got some or the other arrangement. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर हमें बहुत सर्दी लग रही होती है तो हम रज़ाई ले लेते हैं, अगर हमें बहुत गर्मी लग रही होती है तो हम फैंस और एसीज चला लेते हैं. बट हैव यू एवर वंडर्ड व्हाट अबाउट द अदर लिविंग बीइंग्स? Other living beings, I mean plants and animals. How do they take care of themselves in different environment conditions? जब उनको भूख लगती है तो वो क्या करते हैं? वो कैसे ब्रीद इन करते हैं, कैसे ब्रीद आउट करते हैं? हम तो प्राणायाम भी करते हैं, बट क्या एनिमल्स भी प्राणायाम करते हैं? So these are the different things that we are going to learn in this chapter, varying lifestyles in animals. This chapter will actually tell us how the animals breathe, how the animals eat, and how they protect each other. So just like आप और मैं अपने अपने घर में रहते हैं, हम एक कॉलोनी में रहते हैं, एक सिटी में रहते हैं, similarly animals also have got their own homes. Now these homes of the animals are known as their habitat. A habitat can be a forest, a habitat can be on water, a habitat can also be a tree. So different animals have got different habitats and they change their body function and their body according to the habitat that they live in. छोटा सा एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं. एक बर्ड फ्लाई करता है इसलिए उसके पास विंग्स होते हैं. एक लायन खूब तेज दौड़ सकता है इसीलिए उसके पास 4 वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग लेग्स होते हैं. नाउ कमिंग टू ब्रीदिंग इन एनिमल्स. डिफरेंट एनिमल्स हैव गॉट डिफरेंट ऑर्गन्स टू ब्रीथ. ब्रीथ करना ज़रूरी क्यों है? बिकॉज व्हेन वी ब्रीथ इन हमारी बॉडी के अंदर ऑक्सीजन जाता है. उस ऑक्सीजन का क्या काम होता है? जो खाना हम खाते हैं उसमें से जो न्यूट्रिएंट्स निकलते हैं उनको बर्न करना, सो दैट एनर्जी इज रिलीज टू रन अराउंड ऑल डे लॉन्ग. Different organisms or different animals have got different organs for breathing. Now let's discuss lungs first of all. In case of mammals, in case of birds, and in case of reptiles, they have well developed lungs. As you can see in the picture, these organisms take in air through the air. This air goes to the lungs through a tube which is called विंड पाइप. विंड पाइप के अंदर से लंग्स में जब ऑक्सीजन पहुंचता है वहां से ब्लड इस ऑक्सीजन को डिफरेंट पार्ट्स में ट्रांसपोर्ट कर देता है और बाकी पार्ट से कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड लेकर इट ब्रिंग्स इट बैक टू द लंग्स and it goes out of the windpipe and through the nose. That is why when you inhale, you take in oxygen. When you exhale, you give out carbon dioxide. Taking the example of other organisms like frogs. Now frogs are amphibians. An amphibian can live both on land and in water. Amphibians land पर lungs से ब्रीथ करते हैं और water के अंदर skin से ब्रीथ करते हैं. So skin becomes an important organ of breathing in amphibians. Now what about animals like fish and crabs? They don't have lungs. These animals take in water and the oxygen that is dissolved in water. Now in an organ called the gills, the oxygen from this water is absorbed with the help of blood vessels that are present inside the gills. और ये blood vessels पूरी body को oxygen supply करते हैं. And just like we studied in case of lungs, these blood vessels bring back carbon dioxide to the gills and this is again mixed in water and given out. Certain smaller animals, as we can see in the case of cockroaches and insects, they have got air holes under their skin. These air holes are called spiracles. In spiracles or air holes के अंदर से ऑक्सीजन अंदर जाता है, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बाहर जाता है. So the oxygen and carbon dioxide are exchanged because of these air holes. Insects like the earthworm breathe with the help of their skin. Now children, we have learnt about different ways of breathing in different animals. Now we are going to learn about different ways of feeding in animals. So in this video, we can see that animals like cows have got strong hind legs and forelegs which they use for walking. Same is the case with animals like cows, lions, deer, etc. All these animals can walk. Reptiles like lizards and crocodiles, they have scales on the lower part of their body and they have also got limbs. So they can hold on to the ground and push their body against it. Also, in animals like insects, they all have got 6 legs with the help of which they can walk. A snake, on the other hand, and an earthworm do not have legs. These animals slither or along the ground in order to move from one place to another. Birds like sparrows, pigeons, crows, etc. flap their wings in order to move from one place to another. They fly from one place to another. Let us now understand the example of butterfly. A butterfly has got both wings and tiny little legs with the help of which it can sit on the flower, feed on the nectar and then fly away. In case of underwater animals like fish, they move with the help of fins. In case of underwater animals like turtles, they have got flippers. These flippers help them to push back water and move. Sometimes when the weather in one place becomes very cold and unfavorable and there is also less food, in that case, birds move from one place to a very distant place. This process is known as migration. Migration का distance country to country vary करता है. कुछ बर्ड्स एक दूर की कंट्री से एक दूसरी दूर की कंट्री में आते हैं जहां टेम्परेचर कम होता है, फूड की सप्लाई ज़्यादा होती है. ऐसे जगह पे वो अपना नेस्ट बना के एग्स ले करते हैं एंड व्हेन द टेम्परेचर एट दैट प्लेस चेंजेस दे फ्लाई बैक टू देयर ओरिजिनल प्लेस. दिस प्रोसेस is known as migration, and migration can be seen not only in birds, it has also been seen in moths, which are a type of insect. Now in this chapter, we have learned the different breathing habits, feeding habits and moving habits of different animals. So we know that it is dependent entirely on an animal's habitat. Animal जहाँ रहेगा उसकी feeding habit, उसका breathing pattern और उसका movement वहाँ पे depend करेगा. And we have learnt about long distance travel in birds, which is known as migration. Thank you.